Welcome, Joseph. Welcome, Rusty. Just getting my crap together. Tausi, welcome. Will Fish It. Welcome. I love some of these names. They're very creative. Let's move this. Give me some more room. Welcome, Fleur and Jazz. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my cards open so I'm not getting my crap together here. Welcome, SB. This one is for my Capricorns for the month of November. Some action steps, things, ways we can show up for ourselves with more gratitude, more self-love, little small action steps. It doesn't take much. I'm great. How are you? All we're trying to do is find ways that we can actionably show up for ourselves. And the best way to do that is a million baby steps. And when you find out how easy these little action steps are, it's a lot easier to do it. And it's a lot easier to commit to it and recognize it as you're doing it. So appreciate that. Thank you. We're going to start with gratitude. My gratitude deck. So, can I have a gratitude card for my Capricorns? We have reflection. Welcome, Dollars and Hebrew. The perfect man of old looked after himself first before looking to help others. And that's Chang Zhu. I think I butchered that. I apologize if I did. Welcome, Claudette. Take some time to be outside this evening. Breathe in the fresh air and breathe out the stresses of the day. Watch the sunset or reflect on the vastness of the universe as you stargaze. Enjoy Mother Nature and all she has to offer. In those small little moments, breathe in the good and let go of the bad. I'm from BC. What about you? Just me, Mila. Welcome. It's the simplicities of those moments that allow you the space to say, here and now, I am safe. I am good. And in those moments, you can take that time to reflect. What did I learn today? What did I do well today? Is there things I could do a little bit better? And it's just small reflections. But those little reflections create really, really big change. Zahirsha. If I butchered your name, I apologize respectfully. Welcome. Okay, can I have a self-care for my Capricorns for the month of November? Some action steps, ways they can show up. Let's see. We have inspiration, which is one of my favorites. There's freedom waiting for you on the breezes of the sky. And you ask, what if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? And that quote is Aaron Hansen. Think of 3 things you did this year that you are proud of. Honor the effort it took. When you celebrate those wins, no matter how big or small, I really need a woman to marry from Germany. I don't know how to help you with that. But I'll tell you, if you do things out of need, that means you're in lack of. And when you're chasing it, it's going to be a struggle. So if that's really what you think you need, then you need to align with that. It's you, baby. Welcome. You have to align yourself with that. And to do that, that means you have to start showing up for yourself and really getting clear on what it is you're looking for. We can all just want something, but if you don't know exactly what you want, I'm telling you how to do it right now. It's about showing up for yourself, getting curious. Are you that person that's going to do what it takes to keep them? Are you going to be loving and caring and compassionate? Are you already those things with yourself? It's not one step. It's a million baby steps. And once you start doing them, you begin doing them inherently. So You can do it, but if you want that, you have to make sure that you're going to align with that. So you got to get curious and find out what you need to do, because if you're not getting it yet, that means you're not aligned with it. So you need to sit and think, what do I need to do? What would I want if I was in that situation? And you'll get there. Welcome, SJ. All right, can I have a Beyond Lemuria for my Capricorns for the month of November? Something to focus on, something to help them find action steps moving forward, something good to let them ask themselves. Get curious, dream, whatever it is you want to show them. All right, we're not going to get, oh, there it is. Freedom. How did I know? There's always a theme, and when I tell you, they align with the theme. So to be free, we have to understand exactly what it is we want. Well, if you're ready, then you just know you've done everything that you possibly can, and then you release it and let the universe bring it in for you. Welcome, Carol. What's that, 25? There it is. All right. This is the Beyond Lemuria deck. It's by Izzy Ivy, and as you can tell, the reason this is all her own artwork. It's just beautiful. Brett Reed, welcome. Okay, living the life you love. Liberation, my lord. As a shift in perspective, the many facets of freedom, inviting enjoyment and inspiration to your life. Discovering what freedom means to you. Overcoming limitation, unbound creative expression, and choice over obligation. Freedom means living as you choose, with your wings and heart open, able to direct your reality as you want. The quest for freedom in one form or another seems innate. In Western culture, the path to freedom is often equated with money. Ironically, chasing wealth can have the opposite effect due to the lengths taken for it to be acquired. It is possible to weave a life in thriving alignment with our soul's calling while financially supporting our realities. Welcome, Project Polothavan. Welcome, and welcome, Lumilu. You may picture freedom in its more extreme guises, but when we truly feel free, our lifestyles may not change drastically. It's more of a state of mind. The only change might be that you are choosing to live a certain way rather than feeling obligated. We may move through periods in life in a dazed blur of routine. What seemed like the dream career or lifestyle may have become somewhat of a prison. We may feel stuck, blocked, or uninspired. We might know deep down that it's time to step into something different, but feel tied to what we have set up for ourselves, perhaps financially or because others depend on us. It may feel like something needs to change externally before you can make the next step, but it doesn't usually work that way. As scary as it may seem, to get off a self-perpetuating spiral, we need to initiate our own change. Small changes that don't impinge on your work or family can be enough to tell the universe you are ready for something else. Think about where you might find inspiration, then begin researching and try it out. Try a few new things. This will help shift the direction of your inner being. Before you know it, opportunities will start to open for you. It will then be your choice to follow a new path or to continue as you are. Letting go, trusting, and loving without limitation are also a big part of internal freedom. There are lots of ideas about what freedom can be. Having a framework for what it can be means even more freedom can flourish. Complete freedom can also be overwhelming, confusing, or ungrounded. Structure and security are friends of freedom. They support fun, safety, expansion, sustainability, and exciting possibility. Welcome, Just Cards and Burst and Darren. The meaning of the card: bring a deeper sense of freedom to a situation. A limitation may be a state of mind. A shift of perspective can help bring a sense of lightness and choice. Also consider what freedom looks like to you in the bigger picture of your life. If you are feeling stifled in an environment, it is up to you to make a change. Add pleasurable moments or practices that cultivate a sense of greater freedom in your day-to-day life. If you are currently experiencing greater freedom, you may be feeling unsettled. Consider whether it is the kind you are looking for. If you feel ungrounded and lost, perhaps you could add some structure to your world to optimize your freedom. Because freedom still means accountability, and to be free, we have to understand we create our own reality. So to show up for ourselves and show up for the world and do the things we love, we have to understand what it is we love first. And that takes a little bit of inner work. And when you do that and you are asking not out of survival or lack from a space of, I'm here, I'm safe now, and what would my life look like if I had support for everything that I wanted to do? Freedom, welcome. Welcome, yeah. So when you ask those questions and you come from a place of safety, security, not fight or flight, not survival mode, then you allow yourself the space to open up and say, hey, what would I do? What would I really love to do? What interests me? Have I spent any time doing things? What are my hobbies these days? You know how many people don't even have hobbies anymore because they're so busy messing with work and doing all the other things? That creates such catastrophe. And I know I had to come back and figure out what I like to do. And this is something that I like to do. But now that it's become a regular thing, I also have to find a new passion, something that I like to do that keeps me joyful and creative without doing the same things over and over. Because now that's become a part of my job. It's now, yes, it brings me joy. Yes, it makes me happy. But now I need to find something else. And that's the ever-expanding. And it's really a great thing when you learn to understand it and listen to it and follow it. Because it's always sending you down a path of least resistance if you allow it. Welcome, Roz. All right. For my Capricorns, what do we want to do? I can't believe I forgot that Pisces, the angel number. I had to do a whole little thing. I forgot. Poor Pisces. But I made up for it. And that's the best we can do. We're never going to be perfect. We're going to just do what we can. Can I have a work your light for my Capricorn? Something to focus on. Something to guide them, to bring them home and make the most of their newfound freedom. Bubba, welcome. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Yes, I love that. Page 40. Angel number 48 is a good one. Look that one up too. There's always other messages in along these. And all angel numbers, I do a lot of my living on angel numbers. They show up everywhere. And the more you see them, the more they show up. And they're just helping guide you, and it's wonderful. Welcome, Capri and the Flying Chaggies? Flying Haggis? Sorry, I butcher names. I do my best. Welcome. So, how can you mother yourself? You are more held than you could possibly imagine, loved and cherished so dearly that if you knew, you would not spend 1 second in your life in separation, worry, or fear. Let the mother carry your burdens. Let her rock away your fears. Lay all of your worries, regrets, shame, and guilt on her altar. Please, please, sweet child, do not fear. You are love in motion. If you allow it, you are already healed. Let her remind you of your goodness. Let her love away your fears. Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. Be compassionate with your sweet body, mind, and soul. Treat yourself like the beautiful spirit that you truly are. Remind yourself that you are doing your best and try not to carry it all on your own. You have got this, and the mother has got you. Let her broad arms take away your burdens. Let her lift the weight of the world off your shoulders. Forgive yourself, my dear sweet child of the earth. How can you mother yourself? Exo Shiku, welcome. The whole idea is when we show up for ourselves and when we be that adult that our inner child needed. And sometimes we can't even judge our parents for what happened because they were healing too. And whether they chose to or not doesn't mean good, bad, or ugly. It just is. And even if they cause trauma, it shouldn't have happened, and it is shitty that it happened, and hopefully they're learning, but it's not up to you to wait for that. We have to heal ourselves and move forward that way. Welcome, Milky. So when we get to that point and we understand and we can just move forward without resentment and take those lessons, because through all of that, there's been nothing but lessons. And when you can sit with them for the moment and sit with your anger, it's okay to be angry for things that have happened. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to all those things. We need to validate them. Someone should have validated them a long time ago. But don't wait for somebody else to do it. When you sit with it and you validate it, you get to learn why that upsets you. And that's where you learn your boundaries. That's where you learn your bottom lines. That's when you learn that that's my line in the sand and you will not cross it. Nobody will cross it. I won't allow that. And that's how you learn how to stand up for yourself, start showing up for yourself. Freedom means the ability to stand on your own, to govern yourself. And I have some different views, and I believe in God, but I believe religion was made to separate us, and you can't tell me that the tribe of this was doing evil things because they weren't praying to one God, but they were thanking the earth, the sun. There's just no way. Nobody's going to ever convince me that people are evil because they're not one religion, because inherently most people are good. Most people just want to live their life in peace, and they want to help others. And when we can get past all that other crap and all that other segregation and all that other things, we can come together and learn so much about each other. And that's the goal. Oh, Zane, welcome. Okay, can I have a starseed oracle for my Capricorns? Freedom is the name of the game for November for them, and that's good. That freedom is release. It's accountability. It's staying strong. It's being autonomous. Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. I love it. Welcome, Caesar. Welcome back, Carol. Messenger. I don't know why I try to do it by the page. I'm just gonna... Oh, there it is. 92. I knew it was near the end. All right. You're part of the lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetimes to the upliftment of the planet, to returning the time and again to seed the light, the crystalline ones, the ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in, to honor both the sacred feminine and masculine, to usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Sirius. Often appearing as a shade of blue, they hold the frequency of pure love and are here to help the masculine and feminine exist in harmony, to ensure greater balance, to help us see that we're all connected and that the masculine and feminine energies exist within us all. You're being called to bring about this balance and harmony between the masculine and feminine, to be a guardian of harmony and balance on Earth. Think of the whales traveling around the globe, sharing love through their healing vibrational song. Their unique notes send balance and harmony to every corner of the planet. A rebalancing of the masculine and feminine is occurring worldwide. It's a resurgence of the sacred within us all, a returning of the sacred union within, a rekindling of heaven and earth. You can begin to bring harmony and balance by creating it in your own life. The ripples will flow from there. You can honor and balance the sacred masculine and feminine energies within yourself and others. And that's how we get it, by going inward. CDRM Solutions, welcome, and welcome, Pandora. How are you being called to bring harmony to your life or the planet? How are you being called to honor the sacred masculine and feminine within you? My hand hurts. Welcome. All right, so part of it's about when we get to that freedom point, that's when we go within, and that's when we find our balance, and that's when we find that space of peace. And when we get to that space of peace, that's where we can really hear and understand what's being told to us, where we need to go, where we're guided to go, what we need to listen for. And that's where angel numbers actually help too, because they allow us that space and moment to do just the things that our spirit team is trying to guide us to. And they may be little whispers, they may be little things, and they may seem like they make no sense in the moment, but when you're obedient and you do them and you look back and you're like, whoa, how did that happen? Because you listen to yourself, your higher best self. Okay, when you go in and you're in that safe space and you're in that place of peace, that place of balance, you're listening to your divine masculine, your divine feminine, and your highest best good. And then when you know that voice, when you absolutely know that voice and you can trust it, that's your intuition, that's your guide, that's when you can hear God, you can hear your spirit team, you can hear angels, you can hear your ancestors, you can hear everybody that you need to hear. And you're pulling that information, what you need, they're going to give it to you, everything you need. But if you don't know who your voice is, how are you going to know what their voice is? All right, for my Capricorns, can I have a Moonology, something to help them in their moon cycles, help them focus? What do you need to release? I had a feeling, because once we're coming to center, I just knew, which is the waning moon. Oh, right there, 100. Angel number 100. That's a good one, too. Should look it up. Welcome, Habs Nation. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying too hard. It's safe to let go and move on. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. At the time of the waning cycle, take a moment to look up at the skies every night. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase, so hunker down and start the regeneration process. And when we were able to come to that space, we learn exactly what it is we need to let go. And when you ask your spirit team, when you ask your ancestors, ask God to tell you, show you what you need to release, they're going to do that. But you have to sit still and you have to find that center space, that safe space, so you can actually hear it. And that's the best way we can do it. Welcome, Alessio and Cow. Oh, I'm going to butcher that. Sorry. Chowing? Sorry if I butcher your name respectfully. I don't mean to do so. Alright, we got 2, 3 more. And we're making good time. I may get one more done today. I don't want to push my luck. I waited a little late because I've been creating my content for all the rest of November, which is the healing part of rage, anger, fear. What is that teaching us? And it's how we can learn. So you can follow along here and keep an eye. You'll see my content come out. Usually I do one day, which is just the post, what we want to talk about. Then the second day has a voiceover with some reflection questions, something to just get curious. And then if you feel like it's something that you want to dig deeper in, then on the third day I'll have a live for each one of them where we can dig deeper, find ways that we can actionably use them to move forward, help us move forward. So keep your eye out for that. I already have the first one posted, which is Rage. Rage is a teacher too. And if you miss those or you miss the lives, even with these, with the lives, you can always follow along, but if you miss it, you can follow me on YouTube at Creativity Guides Me, and then I always repost these lives. Any of my lives, I repost to YouTube. That way, if you miss something or you come in late, you can always go back and look at it. Welcome, Schwartz and LaRose. Welcome. All right, can I have a creativity card for my Capricorns for the month of November? Something to focus on. New start. I knew it. Freedom. That's that freedom. The new start. You have no idea what's coming until it's coming. Welcome, Vicky. 60. Oh, I was right. I opened it right to it. All right. I love that. So, and then angel number 66. So if you look it up, there's really a great message in there. And I'm pretty sure it has something to do with new starts and finding that harmony and balance and how we move forward from that point. So it's really something good to look at. Sometimes we must realize that what we have done needs to be discarded and we must make a new start. I just love all the pictures. Each one has such a different... It's like the Fool. It reminds me of the Fool. The new start is an indication that one or more aspects of the matter in question are needlessly draining time and resources and must be discarded, allowing you to move forward without having these failed ideas dragging you down. Starting over is an important part of the creative process. It's not always the admitting of defeat. It can also be the realization you have reached a new level of understanding and skill and appreciation for your subject, and that newness deserves a new start. The creative process is a learning process. When you have learned so much that what you did in the past no longer reflects what you want to be associated with, then it is time to start over with a joyful heart and thanks to what has come before for getting you to this new starting point. Everything we learn, we're going to learn everything in a cycle. We're going to learn everything that we need to do if we're really taking the time to do it. And then when we do that and we get to the next new cycle, the only way to get to that next new cycle is to release all of the other things. Take forward always what you've learned to grow, but release all the other things, the anger, the upset, the things, the questioning. Just understand everything will happen in divine timing. That's the way it works. Welcome, Morgan and the squad MC. Welcome. Those new beginnings, those new starts means we finished a cycle and we did really well. That means we learned what we need to, and we need to take only that with us. Release expectations. The only expectation should be excitement for what's coming, the new lessons to be learned, and all of the wonderful things we have coming ahead. All right, I'm not forgetting for my Capricorns. I felt so bad that I forgot it. Okay, can I please have an angel number for my Capricorns for the month of November? Something to show them you're here, you're paying attention. That's the one, eh? 1515, the big break. Ooh, that new beginning, that fresh start. That sounds pretty good. There's the freedom. And the freedom doesn't happen until you get to that center space. So, and understand what freedom truly means. Innovation, focus, creation, progress, momentum, mastery, achievement, and passion. An exciting opportunity, support, or extra resources are heading your way. Keep moving forward with enthusiasm and enjoy the process. True success comes from passion, and your dedication will be handsomely rewarded. That big break. That's so good. Capricorn, you're in that space. This is your space. You're releasing all that old stuff, making room for the new. Coming back to the space, understanding your freedom, your autonomy. Okay, when you understand that, you are accountable for yourself. You're accountable for nobody but yourself. So when you carry yourself accordingly and you release all the other stuff, the anger, the resentment, the frustration, all the things, take all the lessons, keep the good lessons, but you let them go. That's when your cycle ends, and that's when that cycle ends and you move on to the new one. It's an upgrade. 1515, that's the big break. You have that space and that time, and that's really fantastic. understand you create your space. You create your new beginnings. Everything that happens from that point is something that you created. You co-created with the universe. Can I have an affirmation card for my Capricorns for the month of November? Something they can repeat, show up, bring in good intentions for the month. I celebrate my progress. Awareness, not perfection, is the goal. I don't think you can get any more clear on that. 12:21 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. I celebrate my progress. Awareness, not perfection, is the goal. When we get caught in that perfection, and I know because I'm the queen of that, I call myself out on it all the time. When we get caught up in the perfection, everything has to be perfect, no messing around, no doing any of those things. When we get caught up in that, we hinder ourselves. We stop ourselves from moving forward. Welcome, Lenyokan. Welcome. And BG, welcome. When we get caught up on that, we hold ourselves back. And we don't want to do that. We definitely don't want to do that. We have everything we need. Start messy. If it's not perfect, it's okay. Keep going because you learn as you go. There's no better teacher than hands-on. I'm not saying jump off a bridge and then figure it out after. Okay, learn what you can. But if you think, oh, I'm unsure, I'm not 100% sure. Oh my goodness, what if I'm wrong? What if? Okay, we're always learning, we're always growing, and we're always changing. If you let that hold you back, you're never going to move forward. So as you go, you're going to think 1,000 things, and the more you learn and the more layers you sit through and the more layers you get through on yourself to understand your highest best self, because all we're doing is releasing mask after mask after mask, all that program stuff that's been meant to block us, meant to hold us back. When we get through that, and it takes time, we have to sift through that, your ability to learn, understand, comprehend, and use those tools becomes greater, more efficient, just more compassionate for yourself and for others. There's a million reasons. In that freedom, it allows you the space to listen and truly hear without wanting to react or respond. You're just listening. It allows you to see those opportunities coming because you can hear, you can feel, you trust your gut. Oh, the bottom of the deck. I just saw that. The bottom of the deck. So we're going to give you this one too, my Capricorns. Creativity flows from me. I am a divine creator. Speak it into existence. Speak your greatness into existence. Your big break is coming. Just have to persevere. Release all the crap, all the negativity, all the limiting mindsets. Get rid of it. You're in your safe space. You're in your freedom. You're starting to understand your best self. Now use that. Show up, be committed, and understand, and affirm to the universe, I am a divine creator. Creativity flows through me. That's what I have for my Capricorns. If you missed it, Mama Trey, welcome. If you missed it and you want to go check up on the replay, I'm always posting the replays, usually about an hour or so after I'm done here. I post it to my YouTube, which is Creativity Guides Me, and then you can go follow along there. Also with my content that's coming, Rage is a Teacher too. I'm sure you've seen a couple posts. There'll be a live for that tomorrow also. Any of those lives will always be posted on my YouTube because TikTok doesn't let you post them. But that was my Capricorns. I do action steps. So this one right now are the monthly action steps. And I do them by sign. Just I find that's the easiest way and the most aligned that I can be. So like right now I'm doing Capricorn action steps. But I also, through my own learning and my own life, I could tell story after story after story. But when we're manifesting, everyone talks about love and light. And I'm always pretty happy, pretty calm and even keeled. But because I've learned how to balance my rage. I've learned how to use that rage to motivate me to move forward. So now I've found ways to put that content together so we can learn the fear, the limiting expectations, all those things can start putting questions out there, just planting the seeds, right? So when you get curious, then I'll have lives coming that will discuss them. So each month, the month is the rage, fear, that part of manifestation, what it teaches us how to move forward. And then the action steps are actual grounded action steps each month so that each sign can use them to move forward. So, powwow, dude. Welcome. All right, my Capricorns, remember 1515, you start seeing it. Just know your angels are here. Your big break is coming. Freedom comes when you release the old, you understand yourself, and you come back to your center. When you do that, you're going to affirm to the universe, I am a divine creator. Creativity flows through me. Welcome, L.M. Hawkins. I love you guys. I'm going to post this on my YouTube if you missed it at Creativity Guides Me right shortly here. Feel free to go check out my website. I sell my teas. I have guided journals. I have dry erase boards. I have some jewelry and all my teas. I have tinctures. I have all kinds of good stuff. Go check it out. It's all handmade with love. Lots of research, lots of time has gone into it. Check it out at creativelyguided.ca. Okay, I love you guys. Have a good day. I may get one more done. We'll see how the time goes. Bye.